How's it going, guys and gals? My name is Sergeant Beckett, and welcome back to episode 2 of Sergeant Beckett's podcast, my podcast. A podcast in which I talk about anything and anything with the guests I have on, depending on what the topic is. Today's episode topic even, is music. And to talk with me about music, I have three people joining me, though two of them are more official than the third one. I'll explain why in a second. Person 1 is Ieuan.
Hello.
Person 2 is... Official guest number 2 is Sinead.
Hello.
And unofficial guest is Stacey. I say unofficial guest because she's not comfortable being completely in it all the time, but she just chips in whenever she has something to say, so yeah. Apart from ranting about Disney, of course, because we've already had that problem once.
we can rant about that if you want.
No, she cannot.
Why?
Well, no, in the Disney themed one, if she has to, then fine, yes, but not in this one.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
So, to begin with, hello all. How is everyone today?
We're good. How are you?
As I haven't actually asked Stacey, Sinead even sorry yet. Mainly.
What? You haven't even asked what?
Well, the thing is, I obviously Sinead, for fuck's sake, Stacey
Stacey
and
and
Ieuan were on
came
here
in
before
earlier.
you, so obviously I asked them earlier how they were.
I'm good, thank you.
Came on. Okay, cool.
Just not even fucking 5 minutes into this and...
Fucking hell. So before I get into this episode, I just want to show you all a few things. And also question one other thing which I mentioned I was going to question earlier. So, firstly, I was going around Bath today, and I found a few interesting items around. So let's just think. So, for starters, I saw the biggest. So I saw a few things. Firstly, one was a Hot Wheels car, which I just thought I'd take a picture of it for Ieuan because he likes Hot Wheels. Second one was the biggest fucking R2D2 figure I'd ever seen in my life. And the third one was a fucking large Hero Collector model, I'm assuming, Hero Collector, of a Dalek. I will just put those into the VC chat of the podcast rooms. So you walk in and have a look at it.
I mean, we've already seen a full-size Dalek.
No, wait, I want to...
Courtesy of Ieuan. You alright?
I just had an itch twinge in the back of my...
No, not that fucking one, you dickhead.
Sorry?
Sorry, no, it was me. I put the wrong server. There we go. Oh, what do you mean they're separate images, you bastard? Fuck's sake. One thing I hate about this day and age in technology is it's a fact of file limitations. One thing that bloody annoys me. Being a YouTuber and all, and sometimes having to transfer files between different people.
Nah, running out of storage, as a whole, is the worst.
Yeah.
And that as well, yeah.
Let's have a look.
Right, that's the first. Right, that's the Dalek one. This is the Hot Wheels. And this
You right there,
is this is the R2D2. It's fucking massive. I put my hand in front of the Dalek one just to show you the size of how fucking big it is, because for like a figurine. It's massive.
And you didn't buy them?
It's called saving my money, Ieuan. I'll have you know.
But you didn't buy them?
Again, it's a thing called saving my money, Ieuan.
I mean, we want him to come to Comic-Con, so it's not...
Yes, but... Again, saving money, do you not buy... God damn it, Joe. God damn it, Toby, get one job.
Yeah, that was that. And also, second question, which I can now ask. So, what manner of events last night caused the name of Stacey to become Toasty Croissant?
Oh.
Right, okay.
Stacey?
So,
Oh, she's not.
Yeah, she's not.
Basically, I was watching a video. I think what was the channel called? I think it was What About It. And essentially, what they do is they talk about SpaceX and rockets, and just talk about what's happening in the space industry and all that. And they were talking about this render about the new starbase that's going to be happening in the Cape. And there's this guy on Twitter who made the render of what he thinks is going to look like. And I wasn't watching it. I think I was talking to someone at the time, and Stacey's still watching it, and I didn't even notice this at the start. And next notice I see is Stacey absolutely wetting herself laughing. I was like, what? And I'm trying to focus on the conversation. And I'm like, what the hell's, what did I miss? And then she talked about croissant every 5 minutes. What it was, the guy's name who did the render was called Toasty Croissant. And the guy who was doing the video said it in such a way, and it was absolutely just hysterical. And I was like, I come back, unmute. I was like, what's going on? Found out what it was because I then went back on the video. I was in Brits laughing. She's just gone. Sinead's laughing at Stacey, laughing at the video, and I'm laughing at them, laughing at themselves, laughing at the video. And it was just this combination of just laughter last night. And I kept playing it back on repeat, spouting toasty croissant, toasty croissant, toasty croissant. And then we wake up this morning and Stacey's changed the name to Toasty Croissant.
Oh, she did it herself. I thought you did it.
No! I didn't realise. I woke up, I went, fair play.
The amount of times my name gets changed on 404.
Yeah, because you ask for it.
I don't ask for it. I don't go, hey, can you guys change my name today, please?
Oh, no, you don't do that. You don't do that, but you ask for it.
As in, you give us the ammunition for it.
Yeah.
I mean...
But anyway.
Yeah,
before we move on, I'm just gonna say that this is something that happens on the server on our family quite a bit, because I got college and stuff at the moment, so I have to go to bed. Well, I don't tend to stay up very late, or I don't generally do anyway. But the rest of the guys do. So it's always this usually happens when I'm up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head off now. I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning. I either wake up and I either check Discord in the morning, or when I get back from college later that day, and I'm just like, I see something either like a chain of Discord messages or like memes. I'm just like, what the fuck happened last night?
Like, what did I miss? Not much.
But yeah, it's mental. Mental what it is.
We are mental, yes.
So on today's topic, music. And specifically, I chose this topic today, or I had this topic on the list of topics to do, because the topic title that I picked for the topic sub-topic thing that I've written actually on the thing is called the rise of the rise of
pirate music.
I can't say it. The rise of sea shanties. Fuck.
Correction. The rise of the pirate music. Anyway, move.
So,
you're gonna get a lot of that today.
Yeah, well, I've got a secret weapon to shut you up.
Muting or kicking or
nothing.
Something else.
You'll find out when I use it if I use it. So.
Wait, Ieuan, did you tell him what happened last night with TikTok? No! Please tell me you've not made that into a keybind. Both of you.
Not him, me, I have. Well, it's not a keyboard, but it's on the soundboard at least.
No!
Merry Christmas, Toby.
Much appreciated, Ieuan. So, last few years, and if you haven't known this, so probably I'm gonna go be living under a rock, context, I could say another thing, but obviously in this day and age, if I say, I'm gonna get slandered for it. Living under a rock. For context, I mean, either you're, I don't know, you don't use social media that often, or you're, I don't know, for whatever many reasons you can also use social media for, or whatever. Or you just living under a rock. For the last couple of years, there has been a large rise in sea shanties, and all because of one song. A song called The Wellerman. If you haven't heard it, I will play a small section of the
TikTok version.
Of the one that got famous, and the one that made it get famous.
And the one that annoys Toby the most.
This is gonna be a long podcast.
Actually, before that, I've actually, again, this podcast is early days for me. So what I was gonna do before any of this, I was gonna ask you all, what your most favorite genres of music was, or if you have, or if you've been, or a specific genre of music you listened to recently. If you don't, if you can't pick one.
I mean, I listened to quite a vast amount of different music. Like, I listen to like EDM, rock, sometimes heavy metal, then goes to nightcore, and like sometimes pop charts, like the old school stuff. Like, so I'm all over the place. Like at the moment, I'm listening to Smash Into Pieces.
Okay.
All right. I was literally listening to The Fat Rat, and then I was listening to, before that, Star Set. So there's loads of different genres, but there's a song recently by Rival. They're really good, if you ever heard of Rival before. But they have like some absolute bangers. And Navarro. Naviro?
I think Navarro. That sounds familiar.
It's Niviro.
I think it is.
Naviro. I think it's Naviro.
No, that makes sense.
Anyway.
So so there's that, but obviously some of the ones recently by Rival is good. One of them particular, if I can find it, I could then tell you what it's called. There it is. Where is it? Coming Home, which is a really good one, and then there's a vast many smattering of others that there's there. For example, that's Coming Home as well. I just had it there. I'm blind. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I'm basically listening to at the moment. Just stuff. It's kind of not upbeat, but it's just like more like.
So just like kind of all-round type of guy.
Yeah, because then I obviously listen to NCS, and the reason I listen to NCS is then I can pick what songs to then play on my YouTube videos. But I also enjoy those music as well. So that's basically me. Brian Adams is the best.
Oh.
Or Busted.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, don't me. No, you know Busted's like the best.
They are good.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've not heard much from them, but when it does come to one song, I have to disagree with you on it.
We need to educate these kids.
For referencing, for those of you who don't know, Ieuan and basically the rest of the friend group, more or less, I'm a very big fan of the Busted song from Thunderbirds, from the Thunderbirds film. I hate it. I don't like it. It just doesn't work for me at all. So that just for context there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I do like the original Thunderbirds rather.
I like the original as well, but
I think Busted. Upbeat.
Anyway, now moving the question on to Sinead. What is your favorite type of music, or if not,
Disney.
like what are you listening to recently?
Thank you. Thank you. I hadn't even got there yet. But as I said, yes, Disney is up there. Yes, I like musicals. I listen to a vast range of things at the moment, like pop music, the chart stuff. I'm keen on ballads, as Toby pointed out to me a while back that the majority of my music's slightly depressing, but that's not the point. And I mean, like, I was trying to prove that it wasn't, and every song that came on was very like minor key and very yeah. And I was like, I'm not helping my own point here. And then I moved to Disney stuff, and he's like, that doesn't count because it's Disney. And I was like, right, okay. I like some sea shanties, thank you. But not as much as Toby does.
Yeah, very different.
I like different ones. That he does. I like the more kind of mystical, kind of like that kind of feel to them. For example, like My Mother Told Me, or
That's well. I
or-
do like it.
or the last Shanty, because
Yeah, I do like
they're
it.
more kind of like bouncy, but kind of mystical, but kind of like, you know, kind of D&D kind of feel to it, like, you know. But yeah, I love music. I did GCSE music, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lovely. Good. And I'll do myself as well. Myself, like, yeah, and I'm a very like all-rounder type of person. I like many different things. So soundtracks. I like a bit of pop music here and there, bit of rock. Pardon you. Bit of sea shanty. Well, I say a bit, quite a bit. She's sea shanty. I can't fucking
I
tell
think that's
you.
the understatement of the fucking century there.
He's obsessed with it. It's like if he's not obsessed with Star Trek, he's obsessed with sea shanties.
I like soundtrack music as well. So yeah,
And he likes
I'm
top
basically
24-hour
all-rounder.
ambient.
Most things I do like. I must say, one of my most favorite things about one of my tastes is that sometimes I can surprise people with my tastes. So let's just say that. So if any of you heard the song "Man's Not Hot" by Big Shaq, the guys had heard it and they had no idea I liked it. So when they heard it, they were like, "You like that song?" Yeah. I was like, and they were like, "What the fuck? I would never have thought that." But I'm not around. I mean, right now I'm kind of my favorite songs are again very varied. One of the songs I'm like right now is Soundtrack.
No. Huh.
One of the songs I like right now is from
I have a fear.
one of the Bond films.
What?
What was that?
What was that?
God, it's not fucking Sinead, it's you!
What was that?
I got a message. Someone commented on my video, so I wanted to check it out. And then I forgot my things on volume.
How many videos have you posted today?
One.
I've seen one.
That's all we've done at the moment.
Okay. Because sorry. Side note. I was just.
I didn't want to get shadow banned, so I'm spacing them apart. All right. Anyway, back on topic.
Anyway.
So I'm pretty random, guys. So right now I've got a few songs that are my favorites. I like, so there's one bit of soundtrack music. There's one bit of I'm ignoring them right now, to be honest. One bit of soundtrack music. There's one. Fuck, you gotta throw me the fuck off right now. For fuck's sake. What are you laughing at? What happened?
I'm laughing.
Yeah, if we're gonna do that. I have the soundboard up ready.
I don't.
Get it then.
I'm laughing at Stacey laughing. I don't know what she's laughing at.
So Toby, this is an insight of what happened last night. So Sinead started laughing at Stacey, he's laughing at you, or whatever else.
No, not gonna lie. I think it's pretty much similar because Stacey's laughing at what you did, Ieuan, and I'm laughing at what Stacey did because of you.
It's always me.
Our friend group, ladies and gentlemen, this is normal.
This will continue when Ieuan returns. So for me, my favorite, I'm like Ieuan. I know around on the music front. I like many different types of music, from rock, a bit of rock, I like soundtrack music. quite a lot. Like sea shanty music, it's a bit, it was one of the bigger parts of my personality. Like a few pop songs here and there. A lot of stupid, silly songs, but they're still kind of catchy in a few ways. I can, for example, of one of the silly songs, the ASDF movie song "Beep Beep I'm a Sheep." I have that on my phone.
And I know this because he's played it in my car on the way down to Sinead, so.
I've also got a song.
I can list annoying songs if you want me to.
No, I've also got the troll song. And it was funny because we were going to our friends the other day, and I told Ieuan I put it on my spin, and he was like, "If that song plays, you're walking the rest of the night." And I was like, "Okay, don't play that then." But yeah. In terms of at the moment, I've got it's a variety. It's like a large range of different songs. So, at the moment I'm listening to a song that I really didn't like, but then these two kept playing.
You're welcome.
Got me in the head, which is "What Could Have Been" by Sting from
You're welcome.
Arcane.
From Arcane.
Apologies, that one, yeah.
There you go.
Another one which I found from a TV show called The Expanse, which is from Hank Williams, called "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry."
Aww.
It sounds sad, but it's such like an upbeat sort of song. It just gives you good vibes. It's just so calming as well. And there's also the main theme from the Bond film Goldeneye, which is the theme song Goldeneye by Tina Turner. So that's that as well. But yeah, but I'm again I'm an all-rounder when it comes to music and stuff. So yeah. But today. The topic is, main topic to do with music is sea shanties, and I say this because of the recent rise even in the sea shanties. Oh my god! I cannot say those
Just
two words today.
Just slow down and say it one word at a time.
Genre. Let me go.
There we go.
And the rise in that genre is in the past 2 years. So those of you who don't know what I'm on about, if you've been living under a rock or for whatever reason, the last 2020, either 2021 or 2020, one of those 2 years, can't remember.
One of them, through TikTok basically. As long as
TikTok, yeah. So there's this band that I listen to called I don't know if you got it from them precisely, but it's one of the reasons why it went so viral. Well, one of the small ones anyway. There's this band. There's a song on TikTok called, or you may know of, called what? Oh, now my. Oh my god! What are you fucking doing, Ieuan?
Close my curtains.
Why are you using a little bigger arm thing to do it?
Because I can't be asked to get up. You didn't see that? Shut up! Shut up! You didn't see that.
Dude, have you got that on record?
Yes.
Oh, well, that just teaches me to be not be lazy.
But if you've been on the rock, there's the song. If you haven't heard the song Weatherman, then you probably have been under a rock or for other reasons for the last 2 years. The song Weatherman went viral across social media in the last 2 years. What?
I've seen the Weatherman.
I've seen it too.
I know you two have.
It's on BBC. It's on the news. They have the weather.
Weather, not weather, you dickhead. But so this
good.
And it was all thanks to a musician. No, not music. Now a musician, but then a postman called Nathan Evans. Basically, he got his guitar and.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
But so Nathan Evans, he got his guitar and he just started smacking away at that guitar, for a drum sound, and singing a Weatherman song on TikTok, and then it went flipping viral. It's because I said smacking away at that guitar, isn't it? Okay, never mind then.
Don't know what you're on about.
Then he went viral on TikTok with that song, and it basically just got a lot of people interested in like sea shanties and stuff. Now, me personally, I'd already known about sea shanties because my mum, she did listen to sea shanties as well. And when I was younger, we'd always have like a CD playing in the car with the band Fisherman's Friends. So I'd always have like I'd always have the I'd always have I was already introduced to sea shanties before it even happened. So and then with that and then with this thing, I was like I was kind of happy because I'm like, this is it's just good music. Because the reason why I was happy about it like becoming a thing is because it's sea shanties. It's kind of it kind of goes against like the original sea shanties kind of sort of go against like the really modern like audiences for music. Because nowadays you've got music that's like EDM and dubstep and remixes and all this all like with like electrical stuff. And sea shanties are
I'm trying to talk to Ieuan without interrupting. He go for tea.
Okay,
It's
that's
like
fine.
the teacher at school catches the two kids in the back of the class whispering to each other, isn't it? It's like the teacher's like, just sorry.
I've got your
I really want
OBS
to
on my
interrupt you. I was
screen,
just
so
like,
I
I
was like,
want
what
to
the
go
hell?
for
What's going
tea.
on?
But you were talking, so I was like, what?
No, what I was doing, I was just jamming out like this, and I looked to my left, all I see was Stacey going. I'm like,
The fuck?
I don't mean like.
and then she says,
Is that that scene between Doctor and Donna when they're in the window?
Yeah, literally that.
Anyway, carry
Can
on.
I go now?
Yes, you can, yes. You
Cool. I just. Yeah.
Can. See you around.
Do you want me, I'll come back on when I finish food and I'm down here.
Okay, sure.
Alright,
If that's not even good. Alright, see you in a bit.
have a nice shit.
We're giving Toby loads of editing to do.
Yeah. But yeah, I've had sea shanties. Where was I? Fuck, what was that? Oh yeah, so and sea shanties are primarily like vocal songs with like very like acoustically with very like old school acoustic instruments. And with that contrast, you can I don't know if about you, but I can kind of see why it wouldn't catch on so easily. But of course, in recent years, with TikTok becoming basically Vine, like what Vine used to be, and everyone just using it for that sort of thing, it's obviously that's gonna go crazy. And then it went from TikTok, went over to like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and everything else. And yeah, and there have been and there's been an influx of musicians doing their own covers of the Wellerman and other songs as well. But like one thing that kind of annoys me is that is the fact that
it's pirate music.
no.
I mean, it is pirate music.
honestly-
It pretty much is because you know it's what you would associate with it because it's that kind of sea music and it's that kind of aesthetic that goes with pirates.
Yeah,
And so that's fine.
no.
Yes.
But like, there's so obviously there's these people that obviously there's people that like Sinead prefer more upbeat songs and stuff, and for example the Wellerman song from The Longest Johns, for some people just isn't enough. So obviously there's been like multitude of different like instrumental backing tracks to it, just instrumental things with the vocals as well. Some of them are good, some of them are alright.
Acapella cool. It just
some of them are alright.
sometimes
Some
needs more
of
beat.
them I do like. Some of them are some of them in my opinion are just utter garbage and just should not even be called a sea shanty, and are
What?
just degrading
Like the one
the
I
name
showed
of
you?
it.
It's
if
funny.
like- yes. But yeah, like, and I kind of, I personally I feel because I kind of saw the song and sort of saw it before it became a thing, because obviously it was on it was put on TikTok because of a band from Bristol near me called Long Johns, and I kind of feel like because they're like, because from all the I kind of feel like they should have got. I think they did kind of. I think they get some goodness from like the massive outburst of sea shanties, but like I feel like they probably could have gotten like a. Personally, I think they could have got a bit more recognition for it, because I think they were the one that like got it on TikTok in the first place, and then obviously people found it and Nathan Evans found it and heard it and then did it that way and stuff. So if it was personally, I would have preferred it if they'd obviously been like blown up because of it. But I mean, even so, like I'm glad that you know, like he's been able to like do all this other music stuff, and he's been able to go like, I think it was like some like award show with Jack Whitehall, and they're like singing like variations of the song there, and that sort of stuff. So it's not like I hate the guy completely. I don't hate the guy. I mean, he's a nice guy. It's just like kind of what? What have you done now?
Made you a bitch.
What did you do?
Dang!
She sent me this Spotify song, and it's like full blast in my ear.
What song did you send him?
It's Navario Weatherman. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, it's a shit one.
It's the one he hates.
It is ringing. Sorry, Toby, but that just absolutely
I
caught me off
didn't
guard.
think it was gonna
That's
go
fine.
full volume.
That's fine. No.
It was just the song.
That's fine. No.
What? I can't hear you.
I said it's fine.
Ah, my other ear's gone now. No, sugar. Ah, yes, go
So
on. Carry on.
let me just give you an example. Sea shanties, good sea shanties, should not blast your eardrums to smithereens when you first
That
listen to
wasn't
them.
my fault, alright? You should turn your computer down. That was not on me.
You have to have.
I said-
For a majority of sea shanties, you'd have to have your music, your volume up pretty fucking high to have them blast your fucking eardrums to be.
All I did was send the link. He clicked on it. He could have had his volume all the way down. That wasn't my fault.
I can't change the volume on it.
I'm blaming the song
Can
itself.
you not?
I'm blaming the song, Sinead.
Oh, okay.
But so I will play a bit of it in now, because this is a version of a man that Sinead sent me, that when I listened to it, it damaged my very soul when I heard it.
It wasn't that bad.
Sinead, it completely defaces the song. It goes to me, when I hear that song, it feels like it goes against everything I know a sea shanty is.
It was cool.
It's not! It's appalling! But anyway, but like, personally, I'm glad this whole. I mean, as much as there have been like, there have been these different versions that have gone out around every now and then, and like the one that I played you just now.
Excuse you.
as much as they've gone around, and I don't, I personally feel like they just they don't deserve to be called sea shanties. A lot of these remixes are cool, are nice remixes, and in all honesty, I mean, if it's getting sea shanties out there, then end of the day, if people want to listen to it, then that's fine. I just can't put myself. I just can't myself in good faith listen to them. But now I put this to you two. So, what do you two think of sea shanties? And had you heard of them before this entire blow up, or did the blow up literally make you go, oh, what's this? And then you found out about them.
I knew of them before.
Okay.
But they were more obvious when the blow up happened. Like, I knew
definitely
about them, and I knew obviously they just blew up afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily, not my cup of tea.
Okay, that's fine.
I find them just
A bit bland.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the original, I can for those of you who may want maybe like wonder like home about, be like, oh, why is it that these songs always sound so bland or they don't have many instruments? It's because back in the day when they were sung on.
By pirates.
And Sinead's gonna fucking take this opportunity to piss me off there. But they were sung on old seaboats, on old wooden boats in the sea, like back in like 17th century or before then. So
In the pirate era.
17th and 18th century, that sort of stuff. So like back in those days, they used these songs as like work songs. So whoever I don't know the entire ins and outs of it, but I know that whoever on the deck.
For like morale and stuff, so they get
Sort of. I think that's part of it, but like I think it's mainly just for like a work song basically. They were songs that whoever the person on deck would be who sang them would sing these songs, and it would mainly give the people on deck like a beat to work to. They're pulling ropes, or they're like, I don't know.
Do you know what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like I hope.
Actually, no, sorry. What I was saying was actually on train of thought, but I will get back to it in a second. But that was what I was saying, because like it's back in the so when they were sung, they were sung just vocally, not on any instruments, because obviously they wanted to just get they were doing work and they wanted to just get them to work quickly then straight away. So obviously back in the day they were just vocal songs and not actually sung with any instruments. Obviously, as time went on, and as they didn't weren't really used as like work songs and more just songs to be sung generally. People did add a few instruments to them, but that's why generally you hear sea shanties without instruments, because back in the day that's the way they were sung. But anyway, sorry, go on, Ieuan.
Yeah.
What? You
No, it reminds me, like, as you saying, like, it's for working and all that. It's kind of like the song "I ho, I ho, I ho." It's off to work I go.
Mm.
It's a rhythm to work to, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ho, it's off to work we go. With a shovel and a spade and a hand grenade. I ho, I ho.
But because of the whole work song reason, like, I've heard that I'm probably gonna. What?
What?
Sinead just did an impression of a horse.
Right, no. It's. I need to sort my keybinds out.
I don't have the keyboard. That just buttons at the moment on the actual thing. Just to let you know, if you want to know how I'm making these sounds, I'm using the voice mod soundboard. Just so you know, I'll put the link in the description to the desktop app so you can download it yourself. If you feel this would be good for your friend group.
These two
Honestly,
and the blimmin' soundboards, right?
Hours of
Anytime I do anything that is remotely like needing it, they will do them at any point that they can, and it's annoying because I also know that they've got sounds lined up that are interesting and that and I don't want them to use them, quite frankly. But here we are.
But so I'm just gonna. I was gonna say so. That's what I was gonna say. Like I think there are still. I'm pretty sure like there are still people that like do probably sing these and like need to. Actually no, I actually just remembered. So I think it's also kind of a thing that not only was sung with like either not only sung with like on boats and stuff. Either that or it's similar way closely similar to like songs that like war veterans would sing, because I've seen that like on TikTok and like stuff. If it's a video of this like war, this like this guy in like veteran like outfit like get up and stuff, singing the song glory 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 what a hell of a way to die song.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
With your
But,
finger
I
up
think-
your ass.
But yeah, so that's just like either it's very closely related to that, or it is related to like exactly, you know, and what's happened now.
No, it's the version I was singing was
Oh,
completely
okay,
wrong.
okay, gotcha. But so now on to the second. So Sinead, what do you, and because I was actually gonna ask this question to you as well, but then we fell off again. So what do you think of this of this
Of sea shanties.
of this sea shanty trend? Do you like it? Did you like know them before, or did you only hear about them when they came out?
I mean, I knew what sea shanties were kind of before it started. I mean, I knew of them before the trend because of you,
Okay.
because obviously you played your songs beforehand, which I think got it on my For You page.
No.
And then Nathan did his version, and people would stitch and stitch and stitch them,
Yeah.
and it was really interesting to watch because people would add like different layers to it. And that got me kind of in love with TikTok because it showed that like people can quite easily come together and make content together, and they have something that they can all come together and do. And I think during lockdown that was actually a really like good thing because it gave people something to watch and gave people like a project.
Okay.
And something to and then they're able to take that and then have other videos similar on their For You page, such as like the last shanty where one of my favorite, I can't remember what her name is, but she does like transitions into like pirate outfits. And it was quite cool because it got people liking different aesthetics and people who like cosplay, and you know getting people down the road into like D&D and tavern, and I think it's really good. And I find some of the music quite calming when done differently. Like some of them you can have as like lullabies and stuff. Like I've seen different versions that are like lullaby style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like them. I mean, I feel like Wellerman's been overplayed a little bit at this point, but like that's why I prefer the other ones. And it's not that it's not got a beat. That's not why I take the piss. It's just like I prefer songs to have a bit more energy to them, and I love a cappella, but when they've got like they can put like beat behind it as well, like just so you've got something to kind of I don't know, keep the song going.
Okay. With that there, with what you said about like with the whole song, if they can do it, like some songs they should have a beat them and stuff and like that. I kind of had that same thought with like the Wellerman song, because I kind of to be honest, the way I am now with sea shanties, I wasn't like that beforehand. I mean, I like them, I listen to them a lot, but I wasn't like how I didn't like really pay attention to like the whole culture behind it until I do now, because beforehand like I just listened to them and if they sounded good, I listened to them. But then when a man came around and I wanted to see if I could get a version of it with like an instrumental backing, and there wasn't any at the time. But the thing is, not having the backing and making me just having listened to it was actually kind of beneficial, because the more I listened to it, the more I actually realized, actually, it doesn't actually need any backing. It's good enough on its own, just the vocals alone. And I think that's also another thing with Shanties is like, I mean, yes, I know that beat, like having a beat and an instrumental backing to a song is good, and and especially with like, again, a lot of modern music, it's sort of, a lot of kids prefer that, a lot of young people prefer that. But like, one thing I've definitely realized with with sea shanties is that I think sometimes, yes, there are songs that do require a backing, do require instrumentals, but there are also some that don't. Like the voices on their own can just create enough of a harmony to just be a song in its own. But I can on some level agree with you there that yeah, some of them do probably some of them can work both in a cappella and just an instrumental, but some of them probably do require an instrumental. But yeah, so neat, cool. And I think now with that sort of rounded off, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover on that topic. No, I haven't. I've actually, there's something I haven't actually shared ever before, because it's never really popped up. But
He's
now
gay.
that we're on this topic, I kind of do. So there's a German. What? What?
No. Move
What
on,
did
keep
you
going.
fucking do? Ieuan, what the fuck did she do?
No, yeah, don't tell him. He can find out when he edits.
For fuck's sake, Sinead.
What the fuck did you say?
It was a joke.
Oh
What did you
god.
say?
Right, basically, the bit where
You
you're
were
like,
saying that it's nothing you have
oi,
shared.
you squeaky, shut up. Toby, you know what to do.
No.
I'll just get ready for it. So basically, when you said, "Oh, there's something I haven't told you guys before on this topic and all this," and then she instantly turns around and goes, "You're gay."
Okay,
That's all of us now. She's done it. She did it to Stacey, she did it to me, and now she did it to you. So.
You know what? Just actually no. But
Sorry, I was joking. I was just
it's fine. I know I acted a lot of times.
For folks watching, Sinead's the definition of say first, ask later. Or no, say now, think later.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I don't mean to be. I just get kind of caught up in the moment.
I was kind of. The thing is,
You get a bit excited, don't you?
The thing is, I was on a very very personal topic to myself as well. About that.
Great time, Sinead. Well done.
But the thing is, so there's this sea shanty group that I listen to because of my dad. He's part German, and there's a German sea shanty group called Santiano, and so because of him, I'd always listen to that. And the annoying thing is, and again, just because I know, just because I don't want to say things that other people don't want me to say. So he got rather ill during during last year, mid last year, and let's just say around what time the Weatherman thing was happening, and towards the sort of end of it, end of the Weatherman trend. There was a band that had done the song. The band that had partnered with Nathan Evans to do the song, and so I thought, and I was like, oh no, sorry, no. They partnered with Nathan Evans to do the song, and I was kind of annoyed when I heard it, because this song came out 3 weeks after my dad had passed away, a few weeks after my dad had passed away. And so I was sat, I heard the song and I was like, and I thought to myself, I could have shown Dad this song because it's part of something that he likes, something that I like, and I could show him that. I heard it and I was like, motherfucker. So yeah, and that was like just yeah. But yeah, that was downright annoying. But you can hear that barking? That is my dog. Shut up. But yeah, so but that now is now all I want to say on that topic, at least on that part of the thing. Rounding it off now into rant time. Now, for those of you who are new to this, new to the podcast, this sometimes I'm hearing it. Rant time is a time in this podcast where I basically offer up to anyone the chance to rant about something that's pissing them off lately, or just something they don't want to rant about. Although this episode I shall not be doing it opening to anyone, just myself and one other person, because in the first episode you would have seen it, or I haven't finished editing it yet, so I may have left in a hint or something. But Stacey decided after the rant time, mid podcast, mid conversation, to rant about Disney. And so I gave it and I let her do it, but I did it on the condition that she wouldn't be in that episode. I put it in rant time this episode. So I will do my rant first, and then I will put her rant. No, I'll put her rant first, then I'll do my rant after. So here is Stacey's rant about Disney.
Right, so basically, Disney has ruined everything, okay? They ruined the fucking Lion King. You didn't need to redo it, okay? The original was absolutely fine, but then you made a fucking live action one and you fucking ruined it. I'm sorry. They ruined Lion King. It was perfectly fine. But then when they put live action for the Lion King, for fucking Dumbo, for Beauty and the Beast, everything that they did live action for Disney, they ruined it. They did not. The live action, they didn't need to redo it. When you watch the live action fucking live action The Lion King, it's shit. Oh, okay, so they kept Mufasa, right? They kept Mufasa, the same exact fucking person that they used in the old version of The Lion King. But they brought it back and just chucked a few extra people that you hardly bloody know. And it's not the same. I'm sorry. It's the same with Beauty and the Beast. No. I'm sorry. No. It's not the same. I'm having a full-on fucking...
What about the Jungle Book?
Jungle Book, they fucking ruined that as well. I'm sorry. They ruined everything.
Right, right.
No, that's what pisses me off.
Right.
I'm on a rant now.
Right. What?
They fucking ruined everything.
I just saw Sinead just fucking yeeted to outer space.
Okay, fine. Okay, right. Well, in that case,
Welcome to episode 2, where we rant about Disney.
next episodes. I think basically just the entirety of rant time of next episode is going to be just a callback. Because you know what I'm going to do? Fuck it. You know what? You two, just let loose.
Basically, Disney shit. That's all I can say. They ruined everything. It was perfectly fine. All the films were fine until do you know what? Let's just make a live action just to make it a little bit more better and see how it goes. Do not redo the same fucking film because it isn't the same.
I would like to just say on that, I did like the live action version of Aladdin better than the original.
I've not seen Aladdin, but bear with me on this.
And
okay,
I'm
sorry.
I will say
No.
one thing. I will say one thing for those at home, for those listening to the voice, what I just said. I will say one thing. I agree that Will Smith was a great genie. Cannot replace and cannot cannot be compared to the work,
Robin Williams.
Thank you. That like I did. He cannot compare with it. He was the original guy and he did a great job. I'm just saying that when I watched the two, I just preferred the live action one, and I'm out of the conversation again.
No.
I can tell you're bursting, Sinead, so off you go. I've given in and you can just go on to it now.
Sinead's go.
Wow.
I had to get my word out.
Well, sorry, give me. Oh wow. Okay. I will partly agree with Stacey on the Lion King front.
Yes.
And beyond that.
Yes.
I think some of them were like some of the live actions are not necessarily needed, and I do want them to stop doing the live actions.
Good.
However, I did like all of them, Beauty and the Beast and The Fall. Like the Jungle Book. What I liked about that is it was original. Although, yes, they had the same music, they had the same, whatever, but it was more of the book version rather than because obviously they had the bigger King Louis, it was all of the book version.
King Louis was in the original?
Yeah, he was in the original, but in the original he was this tiny orangutan. In the live action, he's the big giant that they described him in the Rudyard Kipling books. And I liked Beauty and the Beast because they gave a different twist to it, and they made it more their own. It was, nothing beats the originals. The live actions do not beat the originals in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Aladdin. The only thing I liked about Aladdin was some of the new songs.
I haven't seen it.
I've not, and I really hate it.
Will Smith, he's an amazing actor. Just you cannot replace Robin Williams.
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying he did a good job as a genie. But
he did a good job, but it just turned it into another Will Smith movie. And I am sorry. Do you think I'm doing good? Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Ieuan, what is your fucking opinion on it?
Well, I mean, I've seen the originals. I've seen a couple of the live actions. When it comes to Lion King, it's basically the fucking same. There's nothing really different. It's just live action. So I'm not really too fussed with that. I mean, to be honest, it was only until the other day that I realised there was actually a Lion King 2. So yeah.
Yes.
There's
Um,
there's a half 2 and a 3.
And then there was with the live action of the Jungle Book. There's 2 live actions of the Jungle Book. One's really shit and one's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Then there is what was the other one? That was a live action. Oh yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
There's Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. They did Mulan. I have not touched Mulan. I have not watched it because from what I've heard about it, there is no Mushu, there is no Shang-Li, and it's not Mulan. It's telling her story, which maybe if I gave it a chance, it might be alright. But it's not. So it's the same character. You got the same couple of the same songs in it, but they don't have anything that relates to the original. However, I mean that's alright. I guess it gives them more of a backstory. The live actions that I do like are the villains. The Maleficent and the Cruella de Vil live actions I actually really liked because it gave
the Cruella
of the
de
villain.
Vil one was
They were
good.
clever.
That was like original, like the
Yeah,
like
they were original and
stuff like that.
it wasn't
And
copied.
it was very, very well thought out. The other one I haven't really think I've seen.
Which one?
What's the other one? There's another one. We said it earlier. There's another live action. I forgot what it is.
There's Lady and the Tramp, which I haven't seen yet. There's
No, tell a lie. I have seen that.
there were Have you? I haven't
The
seen
live
it. I
action one or the
There's a
original?
live action one, yeah.
What, Losing Trump?
Mm.
I haven't seen it. Is it right?
It was the old one. There's an old.
Yeah,
old.
the old one.
Yeah, that
The
one.
actual
It's
normal
not too
one.
bad, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, the actual one. I
There's no
meant
new
live action. There was a live action one.
God, can I imagine if they did a
Oh,
live action?
Dumbo. Dumbo.
Dumbo. Haven't seen that one, but again, I don't really see
To be
the
fair, I think
differences between the live action and the originals, because to me it's the exact same
yeah.
storyline. They're not really. It's just like you can see things at a different angle and more bit different textures. It's kind of like getting Minecraft and you just update the texture pack.
Yeah.
Same
To be
thing.
fair,
It looks kind of more realistic.
I really liked Dumbo. I was very skeptical about watching it because I thought it was going to be just another like shot for shot. But the way they actually did it was actually quite clever. They actually like gave it other layers. It wasn't just the story of Dumbo because they couldn't have really had. They didn't really have Timothy, the mouse, like taking him through it. Because they couldn't really, in live action, they couldn't really have the animals talking because it wouldn't then be live action or whatever. So they had the kids take over as him, and it was more kind of a circus film rather than Dumbo, and so it wasn't really Dumbo. It had him in it, and he was adorable. I'll give it that, but like. It was different, but it wasn't original. They just need to make new films. Like Encanto, that was amazing.
But that's a new that was a new film.
Yeah,
like, I can
it was
understand that. It's
amazing.
just
I
the fact
loved
they
it.
redo the really old
Yeah.
films that don't need to be redone.
It's like leave them alone. Leave them where they are.
That's
like,
my childhood.
it's
They
like-
fucking ruined it.
they were talking about remastering the same way that they're gonna reanimate the first 3 seasons of Ruby. They were talking about reanimating some of the original Disney films. I'm like, no, leave them where they are. Leave them alone because it shows the progression of the animation back then. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
leave it where it is. Make new things and add to it because. I love Disney. Disney is amazing. Like it makes you dream and it makes you want to accomplish things. Or it does me anyway. But for example, I think another example was Toy Story 4. That upset me. I didn't like it. I appreciated it. Like I was really excited for it. I really wanted it to be good. It just I'd already said goodbye to them all in 3, and I just had to do it again, and I didn't like the ending. I feel like another choice could have been made. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to like hang up the hat and pass on the badge and whatever else. But Forky, okay, it was kind of clever, but it was also kind of we need to make a character. Here you go. But yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It got very very it went on for
Serious.
a long time. Yeah.
It hurt. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, so now my rant. And this is something that I've actually experienced today. So, a few weeks, last year, in August, I got a long story short, I discovered that I had a gluten intolerance. As for those of you who don't know what that is, basically means I can't really have gluten, I can't really have anything like bread or wheat or anything. So I can't have pasta, cookies, biscuits, cakes, etc, etc. When I found this out, my life became very, 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 very glim about the things I kept thinking, I can't have that. So, today I was in, And so there I was in college, and I was in Subway with some of my friends. And I was like, I've heard that Subway do gluten-free buns. I was like, okay, I'll go and have a Subway then. I was all ready. I'd waited for because I read a few minutes earlier, but their meatballs hadn't actually warmed up yet, so I had to come back later when they had. I came back, looked at their allergens menu, and even though I saw it said, I had to double check. So I went there and I was like, hey, I noticed it here, I just want to double check. Are the meatballs for the meatball marinara free? And the person went, no. I was like, great, fine, okay then, that's fine. There's another place I can try. So then I went to a place that I always loved going to before I was gluten free. A place called the Cornish Bakery. A place where I could get sausage rolls, all sausage rolls and pasties I liked. And so I found out I was gluten free, which I meant when I couldn't have all that shit. So I went there today and I wondered, oh, maybe they do some gluten-free stuff. I asked them to do gluten-free stuff. They said no. And so the one place that what used to be my favorite pastry place of all is now the one I hate the most. And I just want to say, this is what the main rant is. I am really annoyed. And I know there are companies that are like opening and doing like more gluten-free like options, but there are some places like the Cornish restaurant, like the Cornish Bakery, that are the pinnacle of like pastry making. Fuck's sake. They're the pinnacle of making pastries. They are, because for example, the Cornish Bakery, it's in the name, the Cornish Bakery. They do pastries from Cornwall. Cornwall is the birthplace of things, maybe not so but it's the birthplace of things like pastries, like pasties and everything. And it's just beautiful. And James is here.
Oh, here we go! Here we go!
The thing is,
We got a James!
it's like, the problem with this is it annoys me because like, I want these things, but I can't have them because these people have not made the decision to go to gluten-free yet. And I know that not everyone is gluten-free. I know that. I know it may not be financially a big idea. I may make them bankrupt or anything if they try to do that. I don't care. These companies are making me depressed every time I walk by them because I'm like, well, I can't have that because else I'm gonna fucking be sick later on. But it's just like, oh my god. What? Just... If any like major like gluten, any like I don't know like what cookie branch or biscuit branch or pastry branch, if you're watching this, please go gluten free because it's killing me that you're not.
Hi James, just for context.
Hello James.
Having
Ladies
a rant
and
with
gentlemen, this is James, one of our friends.
He's
James?
scared off now.
James, you good there?
No, he's dead.
No, yeah, okay, he's dead. He died.
I'm here.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, you
Hello.
mid-podcast.
Oh no.
fine,
Oh, this
don't
is terrible.
Don't worry, it's fine.
This is terrible. Everything's gone horrifically wrong. Oh no, it's all gone to
no,
pot.
no.
Oh no.
Toby was
Oh,
just having a rant, that's fine.
Yeah.
What's
Ooh,
really
damn, ooh, I love-
interesting is I can hear, I'm editing the video now, I can hear James and I can also hear him there. So
Yeah.
I keep thinking
Oh,
of
come on, you love a little bit too of
Hey,
me.
he's in that!
Oh yeah.
I still need to have a ride to rally!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This seat here is just waiting. Ignore the lunchbox. This seat is just waiting for you.
Can you
Oh,
warm it
yeah.
up for me?
Oh, you know I'm fighting on it every night just for you.
Thanks, cheers.
I know how to treat you well.
Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Oh, what are you all ranting about then? What's all the fuss?
Basically,
Toby's ranting about
I was ranting
gluten-free.
about how there are certain places in Bath and stuff like that I used to go to that I can't go to anymore because they don't do gluten-free options.
Oh, okay.
Specifically
Well,
places
I
like the
should-
Cornish Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. And I mean, the main topic today was music. Basically, we're just talking about mainly the main thing that brought it on was basically just like the topic of sea shanties and stuff. But now I'm gonna go on to other music related things.
Oh, music! Oh, the amount of music I've got on my little USB stick in my car. I was never into music very much before I started driving. It was a really weird thing. Like, I never thought of myself as like people I used at school before I started driving was like, so what music are you into? And I was like, I don't know. Just listen. Yeah. I started driving and I thought, well, you know, I can't just listen to the engine the whole time, even though I kind of did for the start of it. To be honest, I did. I enjoyed the sound of the engine. But obviously, as time went by, I was like, no, you know what? I need to listen to some jams, you know how it is. Get some tunes going. And yeah, in the end, I just kind of slowly built up my music collection on my little USB stick, and I've literally got almost every genre of music. And I don't think I'm not like. There's no specific music I'm into. It's just literally a vague variety of everything.
Same with me and Ieuan. We mentioned it. We talked about this earlier. Like same with me and Ieuan. We're very like overall in our like music tastes.
Yeah, I mean, I've got songs for all sorts on my little USB stick. I've got some things like screamo, heavy metal stuff, all the way to like good old fucking. I've got a couple of sea shanties on. I've got the old
Nightcore.
You know, that fast pace. I forgot what the word of it is. That Nightcore stuff. That's it. Nightcore shit. Independent stuff. Indie shit. Literally anything you can think of. I've even got NWA on there. You know, and Snoop Dogg, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I remember you were playing them on the way to Comic Con that one time.
Oh yeah. Bit of F the police. I'm not sure how much swearing is allowed on this podcast, so I'm trying my best to keep it.
Yeah, go to your heart's content, mate. To your heart's content.
Just let it all out.
Yep.
Fuck shit, bitch. There you go. We got it over and done with.
Oh.
This guy, people, is one guy that I'm gonna have whenever I do my car video or my car podcast.
Oh yeah.
We need to convert him. We need to convert Jay.
I'm interested I forgot what the last song I was listening to was in Rally. Yeah, anyway, so obviously that was what I was listening to on the way into work, which explains how my day went so shit.
Oh, okay.
Nah. Bloody dampers. Oh, anyway, I do need to drive. I'm not sure. Tell me how loud the car is, see if it like drowns out my voice.
Alright.
Speak. No.
Well,
is it all right?
So loud they didn't even. They just ended up not picking up on the microphone anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? If only I had a phone. I think it'd be fantastic if I had a phone holder. I could have it there, and I could.
What are mine? I've got like 2 spare ones.
It's a brilliant idea. I could sing along while I'm driving home and chat to all you peeps.
James, it's also red as well.
Oh no way!
Black and red. So if you want it, you can have it.
You know what? Ooh, I wonder if this will work. I'm gonna wedge you in my seat here. So we can get a bit of a. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, we've got such an engine here. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't see my face, but you don't need to see that. That's my body.
It was better the way it was before.
Yeah, I liked it here. The thing is, it needs to point up a little bit, that's the only problem. I think a bit of that. There you go, you can see the window, you can see the outside world. Right. God knows how this is going to go. I mean, my phone might even run out of battery before I get home. But we'll see.
Oh, there's the lights.
Yep.
Or, if it's easier, I'll just kind of, leave you guys with your podcast, actually.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Yeah.
You can join back later.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I will.
Alright.
But I will speak to you guys later on.
Have
on
fun
the
driving.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Ooh. Ooh. Bye. You just got the hazards on. Bye. Bye. Bye.
And that was James, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
And
man.
a
The
little, and probably a little sneak peek into what the car, what the car transport video is gonna, and this podcast episode is gonna be whenever we make it. Anyway, so after the rant time is now over. Well, and so with that rant time and until James cameo over, we're now going to carry on with just general music discussion now. So no longer sea shanty based. So I say this because like there's a few things like I just want to talk about. So for example, like well, for example, I just want to thank a lot. Actually, the good thing is I'm doing this because I want to thank a lot of you guys, the 15,000 of you, who have actually gone and watched my enemy remix that I've made on my YouTube. That was kind of the original plan wasn't to actually upload it because I usually make these music edits just to for myself, to be honest. But then Sinead, being the creative person that she is, with
That's the word you go with.
all the time.
We had a very wide option of names we could have given you on that one. So take it lightly.
I'm taking that one because I thought there was going to be a whole multitude of different things that could have been said there.
So like, but just the ideas you come up with and stuff, and the fact you thought it would be a good thing to do. So I thought, well, I'll put it into DaVinci Resolve.
He trusted me with his YouTube, basically.
Get a few visuals from YouTube, of arcane and stuff, and maybe some of the concept things from the Game Awards and the song. And it is the song and it is now what it is today, which I thank you for, and it was why it's why it's sort of made me think I'll do some other ones as well. So that's why I uploaded the League of Legends Never Die.
I kind of watched them on repeat, but that's why.
So I did that one. And that's why. And I've also got coming along. I've got I knew one of you was gonna like slip up with that. I knew one of you was gonna do that.
It was so pronounced, just like coming. I was like,
I was trying not to, but then I started laughing, and then never mind. We are immature, as you can tell. Anyway.
And basically, so there's one that I've got in the works. That will be placed onto my YouTube channel when I've finished it. Note the fact I'm picking my words very, very carefully there.
It's fine, we'll still be able to laugh at something that you'll say.
It's the... I won't say what it is, but I'm gonna say it's a remix I did a while ago of one of the tracks from the game The Detroit Become Human, which when I made it, I fell in love with the minute I made it. And speaking of music edits, I will put the question to you two. Are there like edits of songs that you've heard in the past or recently that you've just fallen in love with? And especially like other than my edits. You've already established that you like them.
There wasn't. You go on to Sinead. I'm just gonna find it.
Sinead, then?
I'll find
Wait,
it.
so edits specifically?
Music edits, so yeah, like remixes or mashups.
There's a couple. I'll find me a second. My alarm's gonna go off for food, but
Okay.
there is loads. I'm always finding like remixes and I was about to sneeze. There you go. Yeah, I'm always like,
Right, so
I'm always trying to edit stuff. So.
I found one, which it's kind of a funny, jokey one. I found and so you know the song "Industrial Baby."
No.
So it's just like I told you long ago.
Oh yes, yes.
That one. Someone had mixed that with the Initial D Gas 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 song.
Okay.
And oh my god, it works so goddamn well.
Put the link in the podcast room. I'll pop the VC text room. I'll play it to myself.
Oh, should I just share screen because I got it right here now?
No, because I'll make. That's gonna, I'll mess up the flipping because I'll have like the different video files I edited.
Yeah, so that's the one, and then there was another one. See, most of them are Nightcore, but like there was one where it was. I think it was a Paramore one.
Okay.
Which was a bit. Paramore, obviously, people quite like, so they don't really, tend to kind of mess with the Paramore stuff. But there was one who was like, oh, okay. I just want to get any more. I think. There was the best remix of popular songs 2021 EDM bass boosted car music mix 2. Okay. That's a good one. But yeah, as terms of like remixes, that's pretty much it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any.
Okay.
Makes sense. Like there's a slowed version of Calvin Harris is Outside. That's a really good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I will say the best cover of a song. Like, so obviously the best version of a song. So there was obviously the Elvis cover of Can't Help Falling in Love.
Yeah.
Like Falling in Love. That one.
Yeah.
The 21 Pilots did a version.
Oh yeah.
I honestly reckon it's better than the original.
Okay.
It's a short one, but it's like the best version of that song ever.
Okay. That's actually a good. That's actually a good point. What do you have any like? Do you have any covers, Sinead, that when she's finished texting?
I'm not texting. I'm looking for songs. I'm on YouTube.
It's a boyfriend. Right, well.
I don't have a boyfriend. Okay, that would be it. Wow. Okay, right.
Triggered.
Thank you for getting me to shout that out loud on YouTube. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
In all honesty, you did that, so.
I know.
You bit.
Well, I mean, there's always like covers and stuff that people do. Like, Thomas Sanders is really good with his covers and his different remixes that he does. Okay. I like. There's a lot of YouTubers that do mixes and stuff. I mean, yeah. I don't think I listen to songs normally anymore. I think all of them are pretty much covers. Like I've got there's Anna. I can't remember her last name. Can't remember how to pronounce it. That's one. And yeah, and she does like loads of different covers of loads of different songs. And of course, you've also got Nightcore, which puts everything in a much higher octave. I don't think you would be.
I prefer like anti-Nightcore, like slowed down.
I mean, yeah. I've also found songs like slowed down and reverbed, which make it like quite cool.
Do you know the Rivals Let It Die?
Mhm.
There's a slowed version of that.
I think you showed me that one.
Oh.
But even slower.
It's slower than the original.
Mm-hmm. Yes, check it there.
Stacey!
Stacey!
What my favorite cover is of the song.
His favorite cover is Nathan Thingy's Wordman.
No. I'd say it's not even a sea shanty actually. Probably. I mean, I'm probably wrong here. This is the first thing that comes to mind. One thing that actually it's a cover. It's a cover that also sort of melds into another type of music. Gun sync music.
Do what?
I'll put one in the chat. If you put one in the chat, if you can listen to. But basically, the reason why I say this is because there's two covers that I do actually quite like. When I think of covers, that makes me think of it. Is the Battlefield 5 trailer music, and or just the trailer in general, and the Battlefield 5 and the Battlefield 2042 trailer music. But I'll show you. I'll get you the gun sync music.
Oh, I tell you what, it's just started playing, and this is why another one I do like is the anime fairy tale, the battle music, and it's a playlist of it right now,
Oh.
and it does sound quite sea shanty.
This is an example of you guys just have a listen to that for a little bit. And there's a listen to this. It's This is an
Video unavailable. This may contain some.
Seven Nation Army. Oh, okay.
It should be.
Yeah.
It's blocked, but if you drag it into your actual YouTube.
Oh.
Drag the title bit into the YouTube search bar and it'll come up.
Wow.
Seven Nation Army though. Oh nice.
As this. So yeah, but like my favorite covers are sort of similar to that because I've kind of taken the actual trailer audios and put them over it, similar to what I did with the Battlefield cover on my channel actually. Because I don't know what it is, but like the gun sync videos always seem to just really enhance like the beats and stuff when all the instruments and stuff. So that's why. And I had to pick two like songs to. If I had to pick two covers of one of my favorites, it'd probably be those two, just because obviously they've got like all the. Because there's Battlefield like songs, Battlefield in general. Whenever they make their trailers, they always make them with the songs. They always try to make like the explosions in the trailers to match with the beats and stuff. So that's kind of like, where that whole. Yeah, Ieuan's vibing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's.
Yeah.
It's very cleverly done, in all fairness.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole like genre of these things. Like a lot of there was a lot of Imagine Dragons songs that have been like gun synced over.
Oh wow, I know.
But yeah.
Wow.
And I believe with those all kind of like with all those like kind of things I like sort of thought up. Actually, before I do end this one, just because I think I want to just out of curiosity. Are there any like sort of official songs, but just sort of like more like comedic, funny songs that you guys know of that you guys like? So they're not really serious songs, but they're just like they're just really hilarious and funny.
Rasputin.
Serious.
I
Okay.
can think of one.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
I know exactly what you're thinking of.
Is
you
it
know?
Baby Shark by any chance?
What if it is?
You get timed out for 10 minutes.
You'd be wrong.
Basically, like when I first met this lot, like a couple months in, I played a song for them, being Baby Shark, and they hate the song so much that I decided to play it continuously to annoy them. And so now they've banned me from singing it or playing it or any of the like. And it's funny.
The problem with it is that there are some songs, right, that go viral and that are good. There are some songs though that go viral and that are just bad, and that's one of them.
I mean,
it's just so.
it's not that bad. I mean,
it is. But
It's not
the one song that the reason why I bring it up is because I've got many ridiculous songs on my music, many ridiculous songs, and Ieuan can back me on that claim because he's heard some of them. But one of the songs that, for example, one of them is a song that Seth MacFarlane sung at I think it's an award ceremony called "We Saw Your Boobs." But the other song is a song that actually Ieuan and James introduced me to a while ago. A song called "4 and 20 Virgins."
Dr. Busker, everybody.
That song is one of the funniest and probably one of the most rude songs I've actually got in my phone.
What about Panda Wanker?
I don't know. I don't know how that one. It's the right one, but it's not as good if it's 420 for me.
I think you need to start listening to the others there, Toby.
But yeah.
120 is really good, but
I
there's
do like it. It's just not. I don't like it enough for
Some
my
hat.
USB and stuff. But yeah. So I think with that little bit also now just put in there, I think I'm going to and
Sorry.
I think I'm gonna bring it up to a.
there's
an
a
alarm.
fucking pixie somewhere. What the fuck was that?
Sorry,
I think
carry on.
I'm going to bring this episode of Sergeant Beckett's podcast to a close. I must say this one has been significantly shorter than the last one. In terms of like official and like actual discussions of things. Because the last one because the last one I did was about 2 hours fucking long. I'm still editing it. I'm not gonna lie, this one I was a little worried about. I was a little worried about this music one, so I don't know if I wasn't too sure like if we'd have a good amount of discussions about it and everything. But no, but we did have a good amount of discussions about it, which was cool, which was great. And then it's gonna be up to my wheel spinner that I've made to see what topic is next. And hopefully we can get some good stuff with it. And so on that note, thank you all so much for thank you all so much for watching this. Thank you all so much for tuning into to today's episode. Thank you to Ieuan and Sinead as our main guests for being here as well and giving their thoughts on the topic. Thank you to Stacey and to James for being here as well. Although James was unexpected, but still welcome.
James just appears out of nowhere. Suddenly, James.
So suddenly, James. But yeah, and thank you all, and again, thank you to you all at home for listening or watching. And like, if you have any thoughts about any of the things we discussed today, let us know in the comments. We'd be good to hear your thoughts. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching this episode even, sorry. That's gonna be something I've got to get myself out of, isn't it? For fuck's sake. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Sergeant Beckett podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like, there's a link in the description to not only my link tree where I have my stuff on there, like my official Discord server and many other things, but you can also find all of Ieuan's links and all of Sinead's links and all of Stacey's links in there as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I shall see you all in the next video. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.